Hey everybody, welcome back to Manic RC. Found something out cool today. I have a TRX4 and I have a couple TRX4M's, which I really love running them. I'm really big into the TRX4M's right now. The one thing I don't like about the TRX4M's is the basic TQ remote that they give you with them. Doesn't have much functionality, doesn't have many adjustments. Well, come to find out, you can run all models on the TQI that comes with the TRX4. So let me show you. Let me turn on the remote, turn on my TRX4. Everything's working. Got the drive works. Okay, so that works. So let me turn that off. Now it's off. Now key here is you have to turn your remote off. And I like to let it sit for just a couple seconds. All right. Turn your remote back on. And then go ahead and plug in the TRX4M Defender. Let me turn the remote off. Plug in the TRX4M Defender. And TQI is totally running that thing. So it ran both vehicles. Let me remove the TRX4 and let me get my high trail out. Okay, again, here's my Defender. Works just fine. Okay, so let me unplug the battery from this. Go ahead and switch it with my high trail. The key here is to turn off the remote in between changing the vehicles. Sometimes you have to turn it off twice for some reason. But let me go ahead and put the battery in my high trail. Turn on the remote and plug it in. And you've got control of the high trail with the TQI remote because it stores models. So now I can run both my TRX4M's and my TRX4 off one remote. And I honestly haven't delved into this, which I'm going to tonight, because on this remote, you can set endpoint adjustments, which would be beneficial to the steering in case you're rubbing your chassis or body or anything like that. You can adjust that. And the TQI, you can buy the Traxxas link for it, which now I might do, so I can adjust parameters on my iPhone. I know it works with the TRX4, but I'm willing to spend the 40 bucks to see if it will work on the TRX4M. But yeah, pretty nifty. Turn on the remote, plug it in, and you don't have to change any kind of settings on your remote. It just automatically binds to that car that you have plugged in. So turn that off, turn off the remote, put my battery in my Defender. I like to leave the remote off for a minute. Seems to help. Turn it back on, plug in my Defender, always have a little problem with these plugs. And see, it didn't work that time, so turn it off, turn it back on, plug it in, and there you go. 3 models working off one Traxxas remote. Pretty darn cool. Well, I just wanted to share that with you. Don't know if you've seen that before, but that's a good little hack. Now I can put the other 2 remotes for my TRX4M's away. If I ever have an opportunity to where there's more than one person running it, then I can just bind one back to the stock remote and run them. But I usually am running alone. So now I can adjust parameters on each car, and I'm gonna have to experiment with that a little bit more. And once I learn some more stuff, I'll get back to you. So thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and you guys be safe out there, and I will see you on the next one. Oh, one other quick thing. You have to bind each vehicle to the remote. So what you would do is hold down the set button, and while it's held down, plug your battery in. It will flash, and then you would hold down your set button on your remote and then turn it on, and they will bind. And you do each one of those, and then they're all bound, and it's simple as plugging in the battery with the remote on. And again, you have to turn the remote off in between changing vehicles. And there's been a couple times where I've plugged it in and got the red light, but I immediately unplug it, turn the remote off, turn it back on, plug it in, and it works just fine. So just wanted to share that with you. You have to initially, your TRX4 is already bound to your remote, so you have to bind each of your TRX4M's to the remote as well, and then it should work just fine. Okay, I'm out of here.